From barely being a top 100 high school recruit to a top NBA lottery pick, Shaedon Sharpe has exploded onto the basketball scene.
Now to Sharpe in the corner.
Let's go.
Ball fake. Oh my goodness!
His insane, high-flying ability mixed with superhuman explosiveness makes him one of the best dunkers in the game and a must-see player in person. So, let's take a look at Sharpe's lifestyle and net worth and see what players have had the misfortune of ending up on his highlight reel. Number 8. Shaedon Sharpe's early life. Sharpe was born to be an athlete. At least that's what his dad thought when he saw his 5-year-old son catch a football with one hand. Now, we would love to see the reaction of the other parents when that one happened. Born in London, Ontario, Canada, basketball wasn't even on Sharpe's radar. Instead, both his parents, Robert and Julia, did everything they could to make sure Sharpe succeeded in his first love, which was football. Sharpe played football for the London Junior Mustangs and was supported every step of the way by his parents and siblings. His younger brother Nishane and his older sister Amari. Now, the bond between the siblings is so solid that Sharpe's sister even moved with him when he attended college in America to make sure that he could focus on his basketball journey. But more on that one in a little bit. First, we have to talk about the shocking injury that turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Number 7. How he started basketball. Most NBA players start training at an early age and have almost perfected their games by the time that they enter college. But Sharpe isn't like your typical NBA player. As we said before, his childhood dream was to use his insane genetics to become a football player. In fact, the only reason he even picked up a basketball was to improve his conditioning for football. However, in high school, Sharpe ended up breaking his leg during a football game. Ouch. Now that must have been a jaw-dropping sight and for all of the wrong reasons. But don't worry, because soon enough he would have people's jaws dropping again for all of the right reasons. This horrific injury caused Sharpe and his folks to reconsider his career path. Instead of the pigskin, his dad decided it would be better if Sharpe got used to the scalding ball. So in the end, that extremely low point in Sharpe's life ended up being a blessing, as he is now considered one of the brightest young stars in the game, with the possibility of being a future all-star. But before we get to that, Sharpe did have to start from scratch and build himself up to being a lottery pick in the draft. And that took a ton of hard work and discipline, which the humble Sharpe was willing to put in. And yet his college experience was unlike any other NBA star. Number 6. College years. Sharpe was unranked by major recruiters early in his high school career and became one of the top players in his class in about 1 year. A big reason was for his elite play in the Nike Youth Basketball League. He showcased his abilities and asserted himself as one of the best young players. Now, we would guess that it's hard to miss the dude who is flying well above the rim and looking down at the basket when he's throwing it down. So naturally, college offers came flooding in. Arizona, Kansas, Oklahoma State, and even the G League wanted a piece of Sharpe, who just a few years earlier must have been trying to figure out his favorite basketball college to attend. Ultimately, Sharpe ended up taking his superhuman abilities to Kentucky. However, in his very first year with Kentucky, Sharpe ended up redshirting and didn't play a single game. The plan was to play the next year, but Sharpe felt confident enough to try his luck in the NBA, so he declared for the draft instead. So in the end, Sharpe played a grand total of 0 games in college, and yet his abilities were so incredible and teams knew what kind of freak athlete he really was that they were still willing to pick him in the top 10. Number 5. Various sponsorships. Now, most players have to wait until they've hit the big leagues to get sponsorship deals. However, for Sharpe, he was already drawing attention from companies during his college years. Even his stunning high school videos have hundreds of thousands of views. His very first sponsorship deal came while he was still in Kentucky as Soul Savvy, a community platform that allows sneakerheads from all around the world to access the newest drops, info, and direct links to purchase. And they signed Sharpe to a deal. Since entering the league, Sharpe's talents have been acquired by Nike. We can only imagine that they saw him jumping out of the arena and thought they could make some exciting ad campaigns. Along with Nike, Sharpe is also sponsored by the world-famous streetwear brand Culture Kings. Number 4. Social media presence. Now, everything's been a slow grind for Sharpe, from his transition from football to basketball to climbing up the prospect rankings and now playing backup minutes in Portland. Because there wasn't a big spotlight on his talents from the get-go, His social media following isn't as grand as some of his fellow rookies and sophomores. But still, with over 170,000 Instagram followers, Sharpe is adding to his popularity one highlight reel dunk at a time. In fact, his extraordinary dunking ability had fans itching to see him in the dunk contest, but the young star had to pull out last minute from the competition. Now that could have been a big coming out party for him, but don't worry, as the way that he plays, every game is like a dunk competition. Sharpe is also pretty popular on TikTok, where he has 77,000 followers and over 1.6 million likes. On TikTok, Sharpe shows off more of his personality and also the behind-the-scenes look into his training, which includes his highlight reel dunks. Number 3. Career achievements. The NBA is full of unbelievable athletes, and yet there is still an hierarchy. Shaedon Sharpe might really have the top spot, as there is a clip of him jumping with a one-step gather and off 2 feet and touched a target 49 inches from the ground. Now this wasn't official, but if it were, he would have broken the NBA Combine record. Wow, now just think about that. All of the freak athletes that have done those tests, and Sharpe cleared them all. And it's evident from the way that he plays that he really is one of one. Just ask Kyle Kuzma, who ended up on the wrong side of a highlight reel recently. Sharpe has this incredible ability to float in the air, hang out there, read the paper, call a friend, and then dunk the ball on another player's head. That explosive athleticism has translated incredibly on the defensive end too. Every night you can almost bank on a LeBron James-like chase down block, or Sharpe turning a deflection into a breakaway dunk that belongs in the dunk competitions. Now, thought of as one of the best rookies this year, Sharpe will no doubt make the all-rookie team, and that'll just be the beginning of things to come. As his teammate Damian Lillard said, Sharpe is truly a special player, and the sky is the limit for this young star. Number 2. NBA contracts. It being Sharpe's first year in the league, he is currently on a rookie deal worth 4 years, $27 million. Now, all $27 million is also guaranteed, so in case there is an unfortunate injury like the one he sustained playing football, he will still see plenty of zeros in his bank account. On average, Sharpe takes home just over $6 million a year. Now, that figure could go even higher than his vertical if he keeps playing the way that he has been. In a couple of years, he'll have the opportunity to sign a 5-year, $215 million extension. However, even if that figure is a bit out of reach at the moment, his next contract could easily be worth over $100 million. So it seems like the Sharpe family's obsession to make sure that Shaedon got all the things he needed to stay focused on basketball will pay off tremendously. Number 1. His net worth. Sharpe has a very friendly NBA contract plus a few sponsors, so he is not hurting for money, that's for sure. But at the same time, you've got your taxes, managers, trainers, and family to all take care of. Plus, the players don't get paid the whole thing at the same time. So for now, we would guess that his net worth is somewhere between $5 to $10 million. Now that figure might get blown out of the water if he keeps on dunking and flying high the way he has been. Especially if the Blazers end up blowing it up and building around guys like Sharpe. So if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell beside it so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. With that being said, you just watched the lifestyle and net worth of Shaedon Sharpe. We'll see you next time.